people have the myth about the meme stock that it's gambling and all kind of ridiculous thing that they think. Most of this come from ignorance, from people that see something, sometimes want to jump, of course with no plan, and most of the time lose, and then just tell and tell and tell, while those opportunity can be an amazing opportunity for amazing trade with huge risk reward. But again, you need to go through trades and trades and trades like this, learn what happened, and get the right playbook for that. For example, Jimmy, I know exactly I need to buy from support and resistant area, always doing a scalp there, and sometimes few trades again when the R-vol is the right. So you need to be specific. Now, why course was my best trade P&L wise? Because it came to me on my screener around here, and the first trade I did, I just continue with the volume, and around here just close everything. I had levels according to the round numbers, because sometimes it's lower length, so you need to determine when are you taking some partial and when you think that the heat is gone. And then what's happened a lot of times on those kind of movement, the stock do the first movement, and after that, usually with a big spike like this, the shorts come in and take advantage of those that try to maybe hit and get into the trade, and usually it finishes sometimes even lower. Here it was different. You could see how it reacts to the 9 EMA and to the VWAP, and everything here was still okay. It held the VWAP, so it gave me the idea to the big trade around this level, around 8, with a stop around here under the low here. And I like to see the volume that came here. It was like amazing, and you could see even when we broke the first high, the most strongest volume and bars ever. And then what I did around this is pretty simple according to me. Where did I determine where will be my first partial? I wanted to see first what's happened around 10. 10 is the right number when institution come in. It's a number that everybody watch, and I wanted to see what happened after 10. And as you can see here, around 10 it just broke it, and immediately the low of the candle broke into even above 11 something. This was my first partial here. Okay, first partial. Now let's go back. Since I saw the big volume, why I define this as my best trade? Because I see that this scenario have something here, and I saw the volume, so I size it correctly. Sometimes when you do a trade that you're actually familiar with, you need to. And again, you could feel your balls sometimes, especially if you have so much, big amount of shares. But sometimes you just need to follow your instincts and your playbook. So 11, a little bit something like this, was the first partial. Then I think it was hunt, but again, each hunt you could see higher low, higher low, higher low. Where was the next area of partial for me? I just throw it around 16. You know, I took. Now I can't even relate to the ATR because ATR here is not relevant. This is a huge volume that the stock has never had. So usually I can take, okay, 2 ATR, 3 ATR, I can take a partial or something which was not relevant, and around here I just decide 18. I took another one, and on this move down, I think 17 or something. So it almost did to me almost more than 100%. With a good size, it was the best trade. Of course, I could do something around here, we could see, but I was not near my computer. And again, since the momentum was there, one of the best things I like to do, and it's relevant to even every trade, especially in the earning, second day momentum. A lot of times, if a stock has a momentum, definitely on the second day, it will be a continuous movement. And what's nice is you have a levels to refer to. So what I did, and it's rare that I do it, on the pre-market, you could see where we finish here. You could see the levels of the pre-market. What I did in the pre-market is I could see that there is a range here and here, around 13 and around 14 something, and it's much higher than where we finish. So I just bought on the 13.50 with a 50-cent stop, and I waited for the opening. Now it's not something I do usually, but again, I want to see what's happened on the second day momentum. One level I knew is this high here, 18, which was on the pre-market, and it was something around here, but I was referring to it much more on the pre-market. So I bought it 13.50 at the open, before pre-market, sorry. And then you could see the first move around here. I throw a limit order here before 16, so this was my first partial. And if you remember, if you remember my level from day before, I don't know why. Sometimes, you know, there's no something. When the stock just broke the 18 or something, I just throw with the low limit was 18.20. I got 18.40 for my last portion. And then I went to enjoy, had an amazing dinner that I planned in advance, but it was much more sweet, you know, because of those two trades, KOS. If I want to summarize what I liked about this trade, not just the potential here, and I knew the potential and I sized it correctly, because sometimes trade like this can do your month, and just taking the same risk every time and just getting a good trade but not an amazing trade will not give you or move you to the next level.